You might have seen my little street pop up in the Deauville High series, if you can even call it a street. It's basically two storefronts pretending to be a town. Because I need it for this episode, we're going to build Lily's bookshop today. So let's get into it. I started with the walls. Since this isn't going to be a fold-away dollhouse, I wanted something a little more realistic. So I decided to create brick walls using foam board instead of printables. I've seen a few crafters use this technique. Basically, you sketch out the brick pattern with a pencil, then you go over it to press indents into the foam. It's simple but really effective. Some people paint the walls first, then use grout to fill in between the lines between the bricks. I tried that, and honestly, I wouldn't do it again. My grout didn't wipe away properly, which meant I had to go back and paint every single brick anyway. So next time, I'll definitely skip that step and save my paint. To finish them off, I coated all the walls with a wood sealant to help protect them from chipping and make them a little bit more durable. Anyway, here they are. Now, I realized a little too late that my bricks are way too small and the gaps between them are a little too big, and none of my bricks are the same size. I rushed it a little, but I learned a lot in the process. And since this wall is going to be covered with bookshelves anyway, I'm choosing to leave it as it is. But I did take a lot more care doing this doorway though. I used the proper brick template and I slowed down and I didn't paint it before adding the grout. And you can definitely see a huge difference. Turns out not being lazy actually helps. I've learned so much from doing those brick walls that I actually want to do this whole thing again. So it may change. Next up is the floor. I had this green material, so I measured it out and wrapped it over a piece of cardboard to fit perfectly into my sink. This room is designed to sit in my bookshelf, so all my measurements are based on that space. If you're recreating something like this, I'd just measure your display area first and build from there. And just like that, the room is ready for bookshelves. A few weeks ago, I made this bookshelf. So if you haven't seen how it's done, you can check that out after this video. For this build, I simply repeated that process until I had 4 more. See, they cover up my whole wall. Then I made a few extras without the backing. So basically, same process, just not the backing, so that I could put in a few extra ones and move it around so I could create little angles like this one. So finally, we need a checkout area for over there. So I just flipped that wall around so it's laying flat because it's getting a little bit hard to film in. It's getting a little bit crowded in here. I used some scrap wood, glued it together and painted it to create a simple little counter with a front display section for those little small items that catch your eye while you're waiting in line. So now comes the fun part, filling the room, which means books. I looked around on YouTube to see who else had made a book and like a bookshelf, and there were heaps, so many. So I'm not going to show you how to make books. I'm just going to let you know where I got some of my books from. So this bag of books, Delightful Dolls actually does mini printer books printable, and she does quite a few, and there's like hundreds of them. And I just put foam in them. Some of them, and so she does stackable ones plus individual. So you can use any type you like. For some of them, I just use pages. Now, she doesn't provide any pages. She just provides the cover. But if we go to Doll's House Books, they provide a whole printable of these cute covers, and I know it's 1/12 scale, but if you print it at 120, kind of, zoom in to 120, they actually print out pretty good, and they come out like that. So it's actually quite good scale if you look compared to my Delightful Dolls, which is doll scale. They're almost the same. And she also provides pages and pages and pages like this. So I just did her ones in foam, and I just put in the title books the pages. So there's 2 options you can do. And then you have My Froggy Stuff, which if you haven't heard of them, My Froggy Stuff also has a whole lot of books. She has more like school books and stuff, but
you know, it's pretty cool. So you've got them as well that you can do. I also made a whole lot of books, but I haven't made a printable, but it's really easy to do. I just take screenshot of books, and I just did My Hero Academia, which is a really fun series, and I also did Wolf Girl, which are the series that my girls are quite into. There's so much online that you can get for free that's actually really easy to get. But if you're not interested in making books, you can actually, I brought some off Temu. These are quite old now because they're a bit rough. But they're only a couple of dollars, and they come with blank pages, but you can buy books off Temu, and you can do that way. Or can get books from the mini brand series, which are these. They're quite good quality. I do like them a lot. I think they're much better than what I can make. But obviously I'd have to buy a lot to get a pile. But I've got a pile here. I just find that they're all kind of horror. They're not always... Like, that's a nice book. I'd like more wholesome books. The books I've got are quite scary. But anyway, I have got 2 more. So I thought I'd unbox them, add to the collection. Okay, so let's see what we've got in this one. Comes with a teapot and saucer. Giant book. Oh my gosh. See, it's another horror book. So it's a Dracula book. And I'm guessing it's a book that has blood inside it. Yeah. Limited edition. Jane Eyre bookmark. Oh yay. Forever in Blue. Isn't that like a follow-on from that one? That's pretty cool. Yay, we've got a second one now, so we can actually make like a set. What is this one? Moby Dick. Now we'll open the other one and see if we get some more non-horror ones. I want non-horror ones. Oh, yay, we've got something different. That's cool. So, double up. I've got like 3 of these now. Like, seriously. And they're too big for Barbie. Like, they're giant cups. But maybe I can put plants in them or something. Did I get that one before? Maybe that one fell out of it. So now I've got 2 bookmarks. I just got to double up. Oh, and another. There we go. So, yay. I think that's my whole collection of mini brand stuff. Which is quite cool. Like, I really do like the books. I just wish they did less horror.
Before I stacked the bookshelves, I also picked up a few mini items from Temu for my counter. I got this tiny cash register, which is so cute. And it actually opens, so you can actually put money in it. And I thought that would be really cute on the counter. Well, it would go that way, obviously, because they'd be standing behind it. This would be the front. But we'll just sit there so you can have a real good look at it. I wanted to fill all these little gaps in here with items that the dolls could buy. I did get this little domino set, which I thought was really, really cute. Like the actual dominoes that you can actually use. I thought it was really, 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 really neat. And they all fit into this little box. Like if I actually stack them properly. I'm just being really lazy right now. And then I thought it could go in here, but it's just a little bit too big. So we are definitely going to have a board game bookshelf, I think, just dedicated to board games. I also got these cards that come with this pack. I got these a while ago. They're like playing cards. So they got the packs and then they have all the cards. Putting them in the boxes, it's annoying, but I just keep them out and put them in a container. But these would fit perfectly. Also got these little crystals. I don't know what they're for, but I figured they fit perfectly in the squares. So I thought I could just put them around, like kind of like that. So it gives it a little bit of color and it looks really cool. I also got a couple of these chocolate bars. They're just wrappings. They're not actually real chocolate bars. And I thought we could probably put a couple of chocolate bars in here. There wasn't really a lot on Temu that I could find that would be little kind of knick-knacky things. They're either really too big or too small. I did get a whole lot of these pencils. which I think what I'll do is create a couple of jars and just put the pencils in, but I'll have to craft that and just put them in so that people can buy pencils, or I might even make little fluffy things to go on top. So I do have those as well. I'll just put those there for now. And I also brought this little kit. It was kind of like a potions kit, but it's a lot smaller. Like it's got this big newspaper, which feels a little bit more like, I don't know what to describe. It's kind of like almost like vinyl. So it has this newspaper. So I could have like a newspaper area. I have this little, I guess it's like a ink and feather thing that we could have in here. And then we have this like clock and lamp, but they're very little. I wouldn't say they're Barbie size, so I don't know if I'd put that actually even in it. And then they have the book. And I do notice that when you buy books on Temu, which I already said before, the 1/12 scale, they're not big enough, but I could probably fit some books in here, like little journals. So I could probably use the other Temu ones actually in here. Hold on a minute. Here's another Temu one. I think the rest of them are in there in my bookshelf, but they could just probably sit in there as little journals for coloring. And if I put some pencils there and maybe some pencils there, it will work. I also got some of these. I was hoping they'd be small enough to fit in here, but they're a little bit big. And a little bit long to fit in there, but I think like they'll be perfect for a lolly jar in a bakery shop. But I can have one up here, and I also brought some lollipops, which it just gave me this pack of 5. I think it was for a couple of dollars, but they just fit perfectly inside, and we can just have that on top if a parent wants to buy their child a lollipop while they're waiting in line. And the last thing I got were these little book stand things. They literally just hold books, and I think they'll be really good to hold a feature book on the bookshelf. I could actually put them on the bookshelves, or I could put them in the window display. Okay, that one doesn't want to sit in it properly, but I think it's because I had the book open. But I'm definitely going to have to craft some little things. I did make these little, I don't know, what are they called? I cannot think of the word. You know, the little cube things. So I thought I'd make a few of those and put them in. It's just a printable that I shrunk down to the size to fit in there. And I also made some Uno card things that I could put in there as well. Some playing cards. I did Go Fish as well. And I just saw printables online and just made them really little. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to fill this whole room up, set it up, and then do a proper reveal for you guys. But before I show you the reveal, I just wanted to say this is probably going to be my last DIY crafting video, at least in this style. There is so many amazing creators out there who do this incredibly well. And whether you're more advanced or just starting out, I'll leave a few of my favorites for you to check out in the description. But for this channel, I really want to start focusing on something different. I want to bring these spaces to life. So moving forward, you'll start seeing more of my animated stop motion storytelling, where all of these builds become part of a bigger world. And if that sounds like something you enjoy, let me know in the comments and tell me who your favorite character is. And now, let's reveal the finished room. Bye.
just need to get some LED lights up there, I think. But otherwise, I'm really happy with it. It looks really cool.